British Covidians, I come on to post a very different kind of video. Possibly has some relationship to what's going on in COVID, but it's got a community message this time. And it's a message that I want to get out to the whole community of Gorleston. Gorleston-upon-Sea, Great Yarmouth. I, if you like, medically retired here with my to actually marry my second wife, and we're both concerned about this issue that has been mentioned on the online version of the Great Yarmouth Mercury. My wife is so concerned that she's actually contacted our local councillor. That wasn't a reply from them, by the way, and we hope that Barbara will be getting back to us about this. But here's where it all comes from, and I and my wife live in Gorleston, as do many other people. Let's just tell you the headline it kicks off with. And I hope if you're local to Gorleston, even if you're not local to Gorleston, this quiet little sleepy town, lovely place to be. I had my heart attack and then retired here. But here's what it's all about. It's about a hotel calling themselves, and it's a well-known local hotel, calling themselves the Cliff Hotel. The Cliff Hotel because, well, as you can probably guess, they overlook the cliffs, Look at that wonderful scene from up there, Now, this hotel actually spoke, or at least the Great Yarmouth Mercury did an article on them, which has sort of rather changed in the online version. Apparently the editor informs my wife that it's quite normal to edit and change articles in the online version of the Great Yarmouth Mercury. Sometimes they are changed, but obviously there's no underhanded purpose behind that. The physical copy of the paper doesn't come out until Friday. But this one's changed. You see, when they first told the story of this development that the Cliff Hotel they want to build about 6 what they're calling cabins into the cliffs on a piece of land that they apparently already own. They want to build these cabins on this piece of land, and they're applying for planning permission. Obviously, has to go before a planning committee. Now, don't forget, British Covidians, that in order to get Britain back to work and to get the economy back on track, planning permission will be absolutely fast-tracked. It'll be like, and it's gone, Planning permission with a bit of the old COVID as well. Doubt if they'll have public meetings, but my wife Sharon Linford has already registered an objection with the council. But don't. So remember, planning permission is going to be Now, what you must understand, and this is from the story, the first version of the story published in the Great Yarmouth Mercury Online. The first version of the story quoted somebody from the Cliff Hotel. I haven't got the exact words, but it was something like, and this is where it gets interesting, their reporter was told the Cliff Hotel want to cash in on the staycation boom. Cash in. Well, that cashing in on the boom and whatever phrase, when the article had been edited, it was completely taken out. It was almost, dare I say, like they got a phone call from somebody at the Cliff Hotel who said, don't like you saying that. Can you take it out, please? I'll quote from the second version of the article, whereby obviously the Cliff are putting it forward as a great proposal for the area, a proposal to bring hustle and bustle and commerce and money spending and residents and beach enjoying to the area, a proposal from which everybody in the area will benefit. Yeah. So they said in the second version. So it's going to bring 2 local jobs. Wow, 2 local jobs, fantastic. And they plan to use local builders. Isn't that amazing? But what exactly do they mean by local? A very major builder from Persimmon onwards? We don't know, but they claim that they'll be using local builders. So all of that being as it is, yeah. Here's something that you don't know also from the article. This is the second version of it. It begins with peace and quiet is our only solace. Hotel neighbours object to outdoor cabin proposals. They object to it, yeah? And you know, one of the things that the Cliff Hotel were quite good at doing is putting on events where they really don't give a damn about the peace and quiet of other people. They put on one festival that was so loud, yeah, that it disturbed all the local residents, and the owners of the Cliff Hotel, well, they apologised and they said they'll consider their neighbours next time. They were very, very sorry, yeah. So, you know, if you want to go back on the paper's archives, you can find out all about that. Now, these residents who are objecting are 22 people from the Grenfell Court. This is retired accommodation. It's for people who are potentially elderly, sick, disabled. And I'll tell you an interesting thing. It was even recommended by Boris Johnson, dear old Bozza, Tory racist, when he was Tory racist Mayor of London, that to get away from all the hustle and bustle, people could retire to this housing development in Yarmouth. And I quote from the second version of the article here. There are a lot of elderly and disabled residents, and their peace and quiet on the cliffside view is their only solace. These proposed cabins may be looking directly into some of our windows and would massively affect our clients' privacy. Yeah? Massively affect our clients' privacy. This is the trust that rents that they rent from. Yeah, this was another comment from the trust that they rent from was from Odette Martin, 58, and all 20. This is just a resident. Odette Martin, 58, said 22 residents of what is called Grenfell Court strongly object to the development and have signed a letter which has been delivered to the council's planning office. If you live in Gorleston or even in Great Yarmouth, please object. Object with these people. Think about this plan here. Yeah, I mean, maybe you can't see it very well, but it is a plan. Yeah. Now that little plan is going to plan in such a way that these cabin residents, if you like, hotel guests, will come and go as they please. Yeah. Here's the current view that the 22 local residents enjoy, right out to the sea. Yeah. So obviously they're planning to build somewhere down there on land that the hotel apparently already owns. But to build and to have your property overlooked, people virtually looking into your windows in a place where you've chosen to retire for peace and quiet. Yeah? Is that good? Is that good? Are we going to allow stuff like that? Oh, well, let me just say one other thing, right? Besides the issue about Great Yarmouth Mercury editing online content and stuff like that, which apparently they're quite entitled to do, and we got a letter back from the editor saying, oh, it's just what we do, you know, didn't mean anything sort of underhanded by it or whatever. Just let me ask a question, right? These people who want the peace and quiet get a hotel who are wanting hustle and bustle, because hustle and bustle makes money for hotels. When these people first retired here, did they have any idea that this would happen to the quiet piece of space, to the quiet little seaside town of Gorleston-upon-Sea? We're not like Great Yarmouth. If you want hustle and bustle, go up to Great Yarmouth. Go down Regent Road. Go down the Golden Mile on the beach. There are hotels galore there. You can stay at them and you can have as much hustle and bustle as you want. Yeah? But what do the Cliff Hotel want? Money, 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 should be funny. Yeah, the Cliff Hotel are just seeking to expand their business and make more money. My wife made a good point, and I'm getting near to finishing now, okay? My wife made a good point. If this were to happen further up the Norfolk coast, in somewhere like Southwold, yeah? Supposing there were similar sort of retirement or disabled properties for disabled people there, yeah? Supposing they were there, they were further up, where the property values are massive. They were in a place, let's say, where you pay, I don't know, £100,000 for a beach hut. Do you think the planning inquiry would grant, okay, yeah, sure, the hotel can build here, yeah, that's fine? No, it damn well wouldn't. It damn well wouldn't, yeah? Because when it comes to the rich, the powerful, the oi polloi, yeah, those right up the top of the status in society, right up the top of the food chain, those with the most influence and, I might add, the most money, would object. Their objection would be heard and it would be upheld. Yeah? Because if somebody was living in Southwold in a property that might have cost £250,000, £500,000, and a hotel requested planning permission to build cabins or individual units that would potentially look into their properties, that would block their light, block their view, and just abolish the peace and quiet that they had retired there for, do you think the planning inquiry would do anything other than deny that planning application? Plus, I sincerely believe there are powerful people in our little political community, in our little local network, even in our local county council at work here, and someone's been having a little word. Can you imagine the journalist that wrote that? Yeah, who just immediately gets maybe called in by the editor and said, "Oh, you need to change that." Yeah, there's been pressure put on, leverage put on, and don't forget, as planning permission and whatever will now just go through like meow. Get your objections in early. Bye.